go! Come on!
This may not start up right, I don't know.
Get in here and deal with the guard!
Let's give it a minute anyway to make sure everything connects. I've been asleep all day. I just woke up a little bit ago. I couldn't sleep this morning. I laid and laid and laid, and my stomach was burned up. I have stomach issues every once in a while. We'll give that a minute to connect. Make sure everything can. I kept the cell phone off today too, by the way. I didn't feel like dealing with the garbage of the internet today. I mean, sometimes you just want to get away from that crap. I'm talking about the whole bunch of it. I hear one of Hillary Schmucks. I said, I know that's what it is. It's Hillary Schmucks. Well, guess what, Schmucks? Have at it. There'll be hell to pay one day. Eternity. 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 Burn, burn, burn. Eternity. Let's see what's going on here. Hillary Schmucks. They harass anybody who says anything about them. Hillary Schmucks. Might as well face it, some of us just ain't intimidated. I wish millions more would rise that wouldn't be intimidated by you people. Just imagine how good it would be if we could stir that up. Nobody worry about none of you. Well, I got you. Charge this phone. That'd be a beautiful thing. Let it be in Jesus' name, amen. Rid the world of fear. He didn't want us fear, and he said, fear not. Just imagine if there's no fear. You never have another tyrant again. Let's see. Make sure I'm on. I get some more fans? Yeah, I guess I did. Yeah, I hear you out there. I don't care. And I'm on. Thank you, Lord. Call me crazy. I don't care. I've been putting up with it for years. But have I ever backed down? I got tired and walked away, but I didn't back down. I even put it in my songs. You can hate me all you want, but voicing my opinions. You know, I wrote those songs after I left the journal, or while I was leaving the journal. I won't compromise who I am. I won't become your program man. You can hate me all you want. You can hate me all you want, but I really don't. I should have said it. I wanted to say it back then, but I censored myself. Really don't give a I said damn. When I first wrote it, I put elf. But then I didn't want to go there back then, but then I decided to start going there. I should have kept it that way. Because now I've made a monster of myself. I wrote Hated off that too, and several other songs. Pride cometh before the fall. I got that from something Savage used to say all the time. He used to quote the verse, pride comes before the fall, all the time. Look at his new clothes. I got him a new outfit, finally. Let's see what we make him do today. Then later on I wrote EOH 2012 with a bunch of LFU to the NWO songs. So even though I quit writing about it on a blog, I never quit. So you see, you didn't never win nothing. Some people just aren't quitters. That man you like the band was the same way. The little crazy man in Texas, as they used to call him. He wasn't crazy though. He told the truth about all y'all. And now it's starting to show. I didn't know none of that stuff back then. All I knew about was what was going on in my town. What has he run into now? Just imagine if we could wake everybody up to not fear these goblins. Yeah, they can hurt you. That's all they can do. They can't break your spirit if you don't let them. That was the best verse and the worst verse I ever read when I was a kid. Because that's what inspired me, and I wasn't a Christian back then. I may not be now, I don't know. I believe in Jesus, but I don't know if I fit the ethics of a Christian. I'm not sure I believed in him back then. I'd question him, are you real? Show yourself to me. When I was a kid. But I read that in the Bible. Better to fear him who can destroy both soul and spirit than body. The only power you have above is the power you were given above, Pilate. I read those verses and it sparked me to rebel against what I thought was 9 cents. You know, they started teaching at 9 cents in the late 80s, early 90s, or really early 90s. I did it in 86 and 87 too, when they bring up stuff I didn't agree with. Like back then they was teaching us stuff about global cooling. Then somehow or another it become global warming. Oh, what's this? Falwell used to make fun of that. Oh, Jerry Falwell. Well, I was sick all day. I didn't feel good. I just slept. I probably needed to sleep though. Just like he probably needs a jog. Oh, by the way, last night, my sister wanted to go down to Buc-ee's. It's a big old gigantic. It's like a Walmart, but it's a convenience store. I had to go to the freaking restroom. I didn't think I was going to make it back to the car. Y'all know I have my neurological issue. It kicked in last night. But by the grace of the Lord, I made it. I made the first walk fine. But when I was coming back, I thought my back was going to give on me, and out of nowhere I was about to the door and there's this guy in front of me. I don't know if he could see me or not, or see it on my face. He said, "Oh, you go ahead and go." And I was happy when I got to that van seat. See, normally if I go in a place like that, I take the stroller or a wheelchair. If I have to go really long distance. I'm fine if I want to go long distance. In the house, I normally won't even use the cane because I can grab the doors if I need to. I mean, there are some days I do have to use my cane and I hate it because sometimes I'm so used to not taking the cane with me that I'll hang it on the towel rack in the bathroom when I'm peeing and washing my hands, and I'll forget to get it when I'm coming back because I'm just not used to taking it. But sometimes I'm really bad in the house. I can't get around in the house, but that's rare. I have less of those days. I always take the cane when I'm out in public though, because if it gives on me, I'll fall. I wasn't thinking I was going to make it back to that restroom. From that restroom, I didn't think I was going to make it back. Like I said, when I go into Walmart, I don't go in. I'd never been in there before, so I didn't know what I was going to expect, and I didn't know how far the bathroom was going to be. We was parked at the front, and they're all the way nearly halfway to the back. We had to pick her up at whatchamacallit. I stayed and watched the show. We went a little earlier. We'd normally drive up there when it was time to close, but I only bought me a drink last night, a Coke, because that's all I could afford at this moment here till late month. Like I said, I had to scrape Friday just to go to the karaoke. So we paid the cover charge and then got the Cokes. I still had a few dollars left. Thank God it's the end of the month. That's what these higher prices do. It hurts us at the end of the month. That's when we start feeling it. We was making it good there for a while. I always keep a little extra to like cover any extra expenses at the end of the month or something like that. I'm telling you, it's getting less and less. Indeed, this month I rarely had anything at all. I mean, I have my living expenses part, and then I pay my bills with the rest of it. And normally that I just keep around. I keep around, like, say, if I need something extra, like some emergency comes up. A lot of times I'd have to pay my doctor's visits with it and things. Whatever that cover charge is. That's what I usually save that for. Or something emergency comes up. The other night I scraped it and bought some food with it with karaoke. But I decided since we was going to be picking her up anyway, I thought, well, he starts at 8, so we'll just go up there early and I'll watch the show. He's a good singer. He was doing it in the ring. I thought that was neat. I'm glad I went. I enjoyed the show. I miss going to concerts anyway. You know, we used to go to all kinds of concerts up until 2020. We at least had 2 or 3 a year, if not more. If Hinder came to our area, we seen Hinder a lot. And every once in a while we go see the big ones. It costed more for them though, so we didn't see them quite as much. Marilyn Manson, he was a little over what Hinder would be, but not much. So I'd usually buy his tickets too when he came. So we saw Marilyn Manson quite a lot. Indeed, one time my sister bought some and I bought the others. Now, I always give her money and pay my half. But I actually just bought those because we was going to see him. I didn't even make her pay me back. So we saw him twice in 1 month. Because he come to Knoxville one time and then Atlanta one time. She bought the others. And I bought the Knoxville ones. I was going to do that one time again. And I'm going to tell you, this is so weird. I thought it was God telling me something else because I was fixing to order them and said, don't order those. And I kid you not, this was that same time my father, he got sick really quick. I thought, oh Lord, he's finally starting to get on to me for listening to Marilyn Manson. He's telling me, don't buy those. And I waited, I kept praying and waiting. Well, the date we were burying him was the date that Marilyn Manson was playing. And I knew what the don't buy those was about. We didn't know he was going to be dying. We didn't know. He got sick quick. He was having some problems. He was going to the doctor, but we didn't know he was dying. He was having problems with his shoulder and something else was bothering him. He had a hospital spell years ago where he had to be put in the hospital. He was having problems with his shoulder. I believe it was the hilt. But anyway, he kept going to the doctor trying to find out what was wrong. And finally, on my birthday, he got diagnosed with cancer. But you know, those tickets went on sale long before. What are they after him for? What did he do? I don't even remember him doing anything. I ain't got no sound. I gotta turn my sound up. I can't hear a thing. Oh, my sound didn't went out on my console. I ain't hearing nothing. Nothing at all. Oh, it's there. It's muted. I knew I wasn't hearing nothing. I think he was playing Nashville. And I was going to do it again. I was going to just buy the tickets. Just buy them. And something told me not to do that. Well, we was burying my father that very day. Well, y'all know the song Men That You Fear? I started playing it on karaoke again. I ain't done it in years. Till a few years ago. Boy, I sure did feel the pain of that song. I was sitting there and I couldn't get up to the cemetery when they was burying him. I can't walk up there. I still can't get up there. We drove by it the other day. I can't get up that hill. I just sat in the car while the rest of them went up there. Well, I turned my phone on. You know, I had my Napster on. I just turned it on. Well, that Marilyn Manson album showed up in the, because you know I listen to him a lot. Well, I put on "Man That You Fear." The boy that you love, that's the man that you fear. Boy, I felt the pain of that song. You know, he was kind of rough with me, and Marilyn called his daddy. He had problems with his daddy, you know, so he found out what the problem was. Pray unto the splinters, pray unto the pain. Your apple has been rotten. I bet I'm getting the lyrics jumbled. Tomorrow's turned up dead. I'll never forget that. I have it all and I'll have no choice but to. I make everyone. I mean, I know his stuff is not godly in nature, but a lot of times his albums has helped me through a lot of things. So I look at him, even though he's dark, I get something else out of it. I seen Marilyn a little more than I have the rest of the big hats. We only saw Guns N' Roses 4 times. We saw them 3 times with the new band. One was a club show. I enjoyed that club show. We was right there with freaking Axl Rose. I mean, we was right there with him. We could see him. We're over there on the handicap side, and there it's a little over. In other words, you're not right there with them, but you're with them. You see them from the side. And I never dreamed I'd see Axl Rose that close. I'm telling you, he played in Tabernacle. That guy that's with him, that big dude, his name, he come up. I was trying to film him. I recognized him. I knew his picture. He come up. Boy, he's big in life. He come up and he tapped me on the shoulder. He waved his finger. No, don't you film this. I put my camera away. I'm glad he done that, though. I mean, not really glad he done it. He made me mad, but I mean, just knowing he come up here and put his finger on it, because I sometimes see him online and stuff on Twitter. I like his posts and stuff. Man, I didn't like that he told me not to film it, but it was kind of nice meeting him that way, even though he was telling me not to film. It was nice meeting him. You know, I never met Axl Rose. I met him. You know, he didn't speak to me. He just waved his finger. No, you're not filming. I liked how he done it. It was funny. Even though it wasn't funny, it was funny. Saw Metallica once. They were little bitty things. We seen, they're like army men. Like if you laid out your army men on the table, and you put them on a mount, that was Metallica. Seen Slayer a few times. Once, was it once or twice with Marilyn Manson? Once with Megadeth. I've even got the poster from that, I think. Yeah, it's the one I got up here. The Slayer, the Anthrax, and Megadeth. And somebody else. Whoever that other, I can't read that other name. It's a tiny font. When I'm standing up, I'll see it. They were celebrating the Seasons of the Abyss and the what's that album? Rest in Peace, my favorite. Those two, basically both of those albums are my favorite. Both of those, the Slayer album and the Megadeth. Saw Megadeth a few times, mostly in Atlanta. I think we did see them up Nashville once or Knoxville, whichever one it was.
You would not believe how many celebrities live here.
Seen Motley Crue a few times, and even seen Hinder open in Motley Crue. We used to see Hinder in clubs. So that was a different experience, actually seeing them in a big arena. Hinder was my club band.
Does Inspector Knickers sell those?
You know, a lot of people started out with Guns N' Roses and them in the club, but mine was Hinder. He's running again. Seen Buck Cherry quite a few times too. One time we saw them with Kiss.
No, the 1970s
That was a
light
different
fixtures
experience
from
too, because we was
Crappy
used to
Young.
seeing Buck Cherry in the clubs.
No. They're actually.
I think we saw Buck Cherry with did they play with Kid Rock? I don't remember. I'll have to ask my sister.
Oh, hey, dude.
That was another arena show.
Oh, hey, Rainbow. What's the deal?
We saw Buck Cherry with Hinder several times. They used to do with Papa Roach.
Hey, Lawrence.
Up until the COVID crowd, we at least seen 2 or 3 shows a year. More if we saw Hinder. When they used to come to our area all the time.
Weren't you supposed to pick me up hours ago? Excuse me for walking.
I got him stuck. This controller has a noisy button. I never noticed it until I played this game. I was going to hold it down instead of clicking it. Listening to it. I didn't notice it.
Well, yeah.
Got him a car.
Crazy.
Now, unfortunately, when I did buy those, and this is where I was stupid, because now I've got my credit card bills and they're part of my bills. And if I didn't have the cash, I should have just not bought it. And I got to go back to that. I didn't even have a credit card. And then people like Amazon and them cut out their money orders. And that was when I gave in and started getting cards. Big mistake.
Stop by the hotel later.
Because I didn't act too responsible with it. And now I owe my soul to the company card. That's where half my check goes.
Howdy, Brad.
And I gotta just let them pay off. I'm gonna have to start that here soon. That's why I used the commie money to buy this console. The commie money. I don't want none of that commie money anymore though, even though, I mean, I don't turn it away, but I would really not, because it's going to cost you in the long run. I mean, that ain't free. Nothing's free. It's good to have an extra check, but at the same time, it ain't free. One, it's going to cause inflation. That's going to cause things to get higher, and then it's harder to live. So you see, you might be getting something free up front, but it costs you in the long run. Now, if I'd been smart, I'd have took the commie money and put it on my credit cards. But I said F that. The money they take every month. But that would have been the smarter thing to do. The problem is if I just ever let them just pay off. The problem is I don't let them.
Lane!
I'm going to start. Yeah, that's what people don't realize about free it costs us later on. Like say when they're printing out that money and they're giving it away, that's going to cause inflation later on down the road. And then stuff's going to get higher at the supermarket, higher at the gas pump. And that supermarket and living is what's going to get you. Like say, yeah, you got free money, but yet your power bill comes up $2,000 or $3,000 or $8,000 or something like that. And what are you gonna do? You got the free money, but you ain't got money to pay for it. You ain't got a living. You're gonna get your free stuff, but at the same time, it's gonna inflate everything. They got it to the point in Germany where they were carrying around wheelbarrows of money, and they still couldn't buy nothing. I believe it was Germany. Was that Germany? I'm going off memory here. Was that where they did the... Well, I'm going to have to look it up. Somewhere they had to carry around wheelbarrows of money. I'm going off a very old memory here. Oh, that club is down here somewhere. You know, the biker club. It's a girl owns. I don't think he can get in it. I bet he won't be able to get in it, but it's down here somewhere. I recognize the area. Yeah, the bike's down there somewhere. But he's got that please. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. A little bit of NWA. Bum 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 bum. I won't sing it because even though I don't want to promote that, you know. I mean, I realize there's some bad cops out here. There's some good cops out there as well. We need the good ones. Bum 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 bum. And I don't want to make police mad at me. Bum 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 bum. Because I don't hate the police. If we could fix some things, it might be okay. Bum 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 bum. I don't really care, but you know. At the same time, you don't want problems or you don't have any. Bum 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 bum. I mean, I had to stand up against the government. They're actually, when they're trying to tell me I gotta put some harmful thing in my body, that's a bit different than not having no trouble with them personally, because that's personal. You can't get no much personal. You can't get no more personal than that. That's like being up in your ass. That's different than having a bad cop out here and there that harasses people. Big difference. That's tiring. That's what we come over here to get
You
away
don't
from.
mind my saying so. A little foolish. Anyway,
Or what we broke
there's only
away
one
from.
thing an
Let's just say
operator like
that.
you needs right now, and that's doomsday protection. Really, there's a lot to the underground bunker we just put up on Maze Bank foreclosures, including business opportunities, but that's part of it. Log on, take a look, and you won't regret it.
And I hate to tell people they're going on about this health thing. You realize they're only using that because that's their loophole? I don't guess people get that. They gotta find something to try to have an excuse to do it. So they scare you with your health. Because nobody's gonna just choicely give up their rights. They'd like to do it, and they'd like to do it without a fight. That's what they really want. That's why they don't even want nobody talking about it. You might get that with some schmucks, but I doubt you'll get it with everybody. I can't believe people can't see past their tricks. They use sympathies that you might have with people. You know, that's another thing they try to do. They try to make you feel like, well, that's mean, that's racist. They have all of these tricks they try to use to shame you. Just to get you to give up your porridge. You know, like the guy, he was starving to death in the Bible. That guy made him, his other brother made him swear away his birthright for that bowl of porridge. A little bit of feeling safe. The teddy bear. You know, like the little boy, he has his blanket. She has her little bunny rabbit. They want to give you that little security blanket, but they can't even promise you, by the way. And they want you to give away your rights for it. And they really hate people that can think. Like me, I sit and think about everything. Except for when I'm being dumb. Like buying stuff with credit cards. That was dumb. At least I'm going to admit that was dumb. Some people won't even ever admit it. They'll just keep being stupid. Never admit it. Thing about it is, I knew it from the beginning, because you know that old teacher that I tell y'all about all the time? He told us all, don't you ever get them credit cards. It's a scam. And I listened to him for many years. And then they started cracking down on everything. Buy.com. Wouldn't take their money orders. Amazon. We're not taking money orders anymore. And then I thought, well, I'll just go get my card. Go get my cards. I listened to his advice for many years. A decade. Because I got my checks in '99. So it was about 09 and 10, somewhere around there, where I started getting those cards. That's around the time they started cutting off money orders. Like they had already cut them out long before they did. They just still had a place in the website where you could deposit them. And then they eventually even cut that off. I used to buy everything with money orders. And they use that old guy. You remember that old guy that they chased in the woods? He lived off money orders. They use that schmuck as an excuse to demonize. And he's probably a Fed. He's most likely a Fed. They always are. They use that schmuck to demonize money orders. He hid in the woods. He did some kind of shooting. I don't remember if it was an abortion clinic or what. He did something. They chased that freak for years. I'm censoring myself. I wanted to call him an F-U-C-K. They chased that old nut for years in the woods. They finally caught him. But they used that schmuck to demonize money orders. Hey, it's probably a stupid Fed. They always are. They always are. U-Bomber was a Fed. Timothy McVeigh was cooperating with him. Food set up by the Feds, let's put it that way. A few years ago, I had some schmuck talking to me nonsense, and I told him, "Oh, you don't never get violent with people." He told me a few days later, "Just forget that conversation." They just want to stage anything to get your rights. Take your right. Take your bowl of porridge away. Most people just goes right along with them, never thinking about anything. Oh, that's a conspiracy theory. And that's just another way to get you to not hear things. Even if you don't believe it, you should at least have the ears open mind to hear it. And consider it, whether it's true or not true. Consider, well, it's a possibility. Most people won't even do that.
You want to go back to the hospital, huh?
That's the way I am. I don't believe everything I hear, but I keep it open that it's a possibility, because all they want is to get you to roll over. That's been going on since before America ever existed. They always wanted you to just roll over. They used to use religion to do it. Shame you, make you think you're out of God's will. That's why I'm Marilyn Manson about religion. Not Jesus, religion. That's why his music never offends me. Because I look at it that he's talking to the Pharisees. There's an even godlier source that rebels against the Pharisees. His name is Rodney. I like his attitude towards the religious people. He don't take an ungodly pose to it, which I may have to answer for one day. You know, I was talking about that one day the other day in a podcast, I think, about having the answer for it. Having to stand before him. Because I'm telling you, when it comes to religion, I can be like Marilyn Manson. I don't respect that one bit. I just don't respect the religion. And then I have to remind myself to take those sandals off. Because the ground you are standing on, that's a beautiful view. The ground you're standing on is holy. You know, he told Moses that. Take your sandals off. They did. They used religion to bully people around. They didn't go along with their dictates, so they burned them to the stake under the guise of being a heretic, under the guise of being against God. It's sort of like, let's see, he's got a lyric. What's his lyric? And I was thinking of it, but it went out of my head. He's got a similar lyric about that very subject. Is it from, we're from America, we're from America, that's where we eat our young. We're from America, we're from America, that's where Jesus was born. I'm not sure that he's got a bunch of songs, so that might not even be the one I'm thinking of. Oh, maybe it was the Nobodies that I was singing the other day. With nobodies, we wanna be somebody's. When we're dead, you'll know just who we are. Maybe there was a line in that about the seeing the ratings that day. You know, I saw CNN and them things about the ratings. But now they're even worse than that. They want to see our rights taken away. Da, 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 da. And I hear one of the schmucks outside. The next thing you know, they'll take my thoughts away. Thank you, Lord, for letting me hear stuff like that when I was a kid. And running into that teacher and watching all those old religious programs. With nobody's. And even Marilyn Manson has a little bit of part of that. He ain't completely. I was already well set before I ever even heard him. I heard him late. You know, some people heard him as a kid. I was in my early 20s. Nobody's wanna be somebody. Now, at the same time, I don't think a kid should be listening to him. I'm gonna be honest. Because I think you need a mindset before you start actually listening to him. Because you might get into the myth. You might become satanic. Because the myth is, he's evil, he's the devil. That's the myth. He's not the devil. And a kid might think, yeah, that's cool, he's the devil, I want to be the devil. See, I was already older, but he's speaking out against religious fascism. Now, I know we have different types of fascism. I don't like none of it. I don't like political fascism. I don't like religious fascism. None of it. See, I was old enough to think. But if I'd been a kid, I'd have been, he's scary, he looks like the devil. And that might have influenced me the wrong way. See what I'm saying? So I'm kind of glad I listened to him right when I did. Because he might have inspired other issues, you know. I look at everything from multiple views. Most people's one-sided. I'm not one-sided like some people say. Well, he's putting down God. I'm not going to like him. Me, I thought, yeah, he's rebelling against religious fascism. That was me. Where some people be one-track minded, I'm multi-minded. I was even multi-minded as a kid. Now I know it's better that says double-minded man. The Bible warns you about double-mindedness. But I see everything from a multi-sphere. And I can't help it, that's just the way I see things. I look at things from different values. Like I might see the goods and bads in things. And that's my first thought. Yeah, he's rebelling against religious fascism. Not guys. Religious fascism. At least he didn't spark me to rebel against guys. Some people might be looking at it the other way. But you know, I might have did too, and I'm sort of glad the guide kept that in check. Because if he hadn't have been with me, who knows, I might have went the other direction. Because I don't like it, y'all. I'm telling you, I don't like it. Their way, no matter how they use it, whether they use it from an iron fist or just trying to convince you that you're against God. And the thing is, we've all sinned and all come short of God. Now and I know you have to repent too. I guess that's a part of the thing as well. There's a lot of things I have repented for and a lot that I hadn't and I need to. Spirit might be part of it. But I'm afraid if I give that up, I'll give in to tyrants. So I'm trying to find a way to balance that. And until I do, I'm not going to let it go. Because I don't want to be the schmuck that just receives everything. You know what? That's what I like about watching Rodney and them. You know, they're actually teaching me that. And I'm hearing it. It's just going to be applying that's going to be the problem. Even Jonathan Shuttlesworth. I'm glad God sent those people my way. Because before, the only kind of influences I had was kind of like bad influences. That's why I like watching Rodney. Because I see him do, you know, like Marilyn Manson, he rebels the bad way. And over Rodney, he gets up there and he says, the only thing I don't like is religious Pharisees, religious heretics. I hate that spirit of religion. And he's a preacher. And he's not up there doing it in a bad way. But I never liked that religious stuff. But yeah, at the same time, you got to be holy, and that's what I don't know. See, I didn't grow up in church. I only watched religious programs. And all my influences were bad influences. So now here later in life, I've actually got some good influences. God sent me some good influences my way. As a 46-year-old man, 45, 44. I must have been about 44 when I ran into him. I ran into him a couple of years ago. That was me. Yeah, he's rebelling against religious Phariseeism. Religious fascism. As a 20-something-year-old man. Early 20s. Was I 22? I don't remember. I'll have to go back and look at it. '22, 23. So even when he said something I thought was really awful, I just refused it. And I just didn't play that song.
Juicer, I've got your six, man. It can't take this. You're screwed.
Or I played it less. Like I say, I'd only hear it if I played the full album. And I just took what I liked out of it. How'd I get on these conversations? What started that? What started that road? We're on a road to nowhere. I believe it is. Like I said, I didn't never really what you call it. They were right when I was a kid. When I first started hearing them. I never did really get into them like I did some people like Guns N' Roses or Nirvana. In other words, I don't hear them on the radio. Burning down the house. And then a few years ago, I started listening to their music on. Indeed, it was recent. As we were coming home from the mountains. The wild, wild life. Da, 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 da. I can't remember the lyrics for some reason, but I remember the rhythm. Wild, wild life. Oh, whoa. I always loved that song. For some reason there, I thought of it with his wild clothes. Those leopard pants he had on. Whoa. Oh, wow. He's always had the wild clothes. I've put them on him since early years. Then he had his dark years too, where he was real gothically like a vampire. Dressing like a vampire. And now he's dressed like a thug. Right now he's dressed like a thug. Whoa, why?
No freaking way!
That one lived. If he's gonna get the police on him, he might as well earn it.
You're done!
He might as well earn it.
He's heading west!
Now he's getting shot.
Man up!
I may have to get off. What happened to that person? He didn't hit that one, did he? Oh, it's asleep.
What the fuck?
Piece of shit. It's the weapon. Holy shit. You can't.
I'm surprised that car didn't hit him.
What the fuck do you think that shit about the army?
Oh, fucking fight. Good dog. Goddamn, I'm done. I'll get him. Give me cover. Holy shit.
That wasn't a bum, was it? I don't want him hurting bums. I guess it was.
Gonna hunt you down.
I don't want him hurting poor people.
Weapons out, man. Let's go. Shoot him down. Die. Cover, coming right up.
He's gonna get killed. He's gonna die again, y'all. Maybe he needs to die. He's been an asshole today.
This guy's a goddamn athlete.
He's almost an asshole every day. What's that place? Sure is creepy looking. I wish I could have got in. I don't know why somebody don't make a game like Eyes Wide Shut, where you have to get into some creepy thing. That'd be neat to play. I wonder if there's any out there. I need to do a search on that. Where his curiosity gets him into hot water or her. Whoa, a wild life. A ladder. Let's see if we can climb it. I don't guess he can. Oh. Whoa. His face got hurt. I believe his face has got hurt. Looks like he's got a scar on his face. Boy, I'm hot. I'm gonna put my air conditioner back on. I cut it off. I'm gonna put it back on. Sweating.
I'm not worried about my
I just put the fan on.
Hi, Mom.
I guess even though it's fall, it ain't time for that yet. A red-headed hoe. We had a car. I wish I'd get him to his apartment.
Sorry.
Hey, Mike.
Tequila.
Listen,
He ain't at his garage, does he? No, this is that car wash. Looking at the car wash. He's building up his stamina.
Damn, you look good.
Looking at the car wash. Let's just keep him running so I can keep building up that stamina. Well, I'm getting where I can't see. I may have to get off. Sometimes video games does that to me. They get my eyes where I can't see. I don't rebel to sell, it just suits me well. I don't rebel to sell, it just suits me well. That was on the Grotesque album, I believe. He was flipping him off. He was flipping him off while he was going through the air. You know, that was one thing I tried to apply this week. He preached it last Sunday, Rodney, about the traffic. That's my biggest curse in life. That's where I curse the most. I tried and I failed. My headset fell off. My headset fell off my neck. Hold on. Let me pause for a second. Yeah, I tried to apply it this week. I failed miserably. Indeed, Satan made sure of it. Somehow or another, that devil always knows when I'm trying. As he comes and goes, I'm going to throw him off today. Like the Joker. I'm going to throw him off today. Yeah, you made a mistake. I missed you. You messing with the wrong one. Wrong one. You messing with the wrong one. Yeah, that's where I fail the most. Yeah, I tried and I failed miserably. I think I won some days, but I lost others. That's what I like about this game. I come in here and I take my frustrations that you couldn't do in real life out on the vehicles on this road. That's what I do. If you can't do that in real life, one, you need to kill yourself. You get killed by the cops, or you would be in prison for a long time. They'll give you sometimes 25 to 50 years for that stuff. Some douchebag was doing it, and he got 25 years. One got 50. But you can do it in a video game. But sometimes you vision yourself doing that. You have to be a totally nut. Because you're either going to kill yourself or you're going to get lots of time in jail over nothing. Over idiots. But in video game worlds, it's an open world. You're out the controller. Or losing the stick. I have trouble with the stick. Boy, I flip them off and cuss them. Oh, he's close to his apartment. It's right up the hill. 'Cause that's her apartment. His is up the hill. I don't know if he'll make it or not. I don't remember exactly where it's at. I don't see the blue light, the blue door handle where he goes in. He's home though, 'cause it's up the hill from her. Is it right here? I don't guess it is. Let me get him out and run him up. Let's see if we can find it. But he's close. He's close to home. I may be on the wrong side though, who knows? I watched the taxi when he was taking him home.
Hello?
It is you! Finally! What is happening over there? Holy shit!
He didn't get up and fight. He ran. Run, coward, run. You ran. Oh! He's home. He made it home, y'all. I actually made him home. He's in his garage. He's got a vehicle in there. Didn't even know he had a vehicle in there. Oh, whoa, oh, a wild, wild life. Whoa, whoa. I can't believe I made him home. Is that the first time I got him home? I know I got her home one time. His old nasty drugs is. He's got an old nasty drug pipe in that house. In Jeff's world, that's something you never find in his place. Like I tell you, he's not that type of person. His character's not that type of person. But if I ever get to create games, I will create a story. I'm trying. I just failing. I can do a little better on that site, but you know that site you can't create your character. I think he's going to add it as a premium. He may already did. But I don't have a premium to the site. Let's put him in bed, then I'm going to close for a while. And I might be back tonight. We'll see. I don't know. I probably ain't going to sleep. Because I got up for breakfast. Went back to bed and I slept to whenever it was she got me up for supper. What time it is now, I ain't paid attention. Let's see. 8:15. It had to be just a couple hours ago, so it's probably about, let's see, 6 o'clock? Boy, I bet I'm a vampire tonight. I'm Dracula. If I was your vampire, I got no reflection. Yeah, I'm Dracula tonight. I probably ain't gonna sleep for shit show. I won't put that back on him right now. We'll take that one. I should get. We can give him his bath. I gotta take my shower too. Here in a little bit. Let's give him his bath. Of course, I'm not completely 100%. I mean, I only took it right before we went to Turnbuckle. I'm probably just a little over 24 hours. Okay, let's see. I take my bath at different times at different days. Like sometimes I'm taking it in the middle of the night. Sometimes I'm taking it at 4 a.m. It just depends on when I get my bath. Most of it's my sleeping habits. Depends on when I woke up. What time I woke up. I've got the coffees. Might take another thing that will mess me up. My allergies has flared up. Boom 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 boom. You may find yourself. Boom boom boom. Why can't I remember the lyrics? Letting the days go by, letting the days go by. You might find yourself in a shitty little apartment. She's got a better apartment than him. Boom boom boom. Boom boom boom. His looks like a dump. Boom boom boom. Hers looks like something luxurious or something, or middle. In between luxurious and... Ba-down, ba-down. Think-a-bam-bam. Down, down, down. Think-a-down, bam. Okay. Let's get him off. And I'll be signing out. I know I talked about a bunch of stuff today. I don't even know where some of that stuff comes from. Bam, bam, bam. Down, down. Down, down, down. Just wherever my brain goes. Bam, bam, bam. Down, down, down. Down, down, down. How does he lay down? Letting the days go by. We'll put him to sleep. We'll put him to sleep. And then I'll get off here. And I'll see y'all next time. APS signing out, baby. Not sure I'll do the podcast this tomorrow. We'll see. I may take a pod break. I did 2 a day for a few days there. We'll see. Depends. I'll look in the news and see what's in there. I'll look on the entertainment level and the news level for both podcasts. And if I think it's worth covering, I'll cover it. Down, bam, bam. Down, down, down. 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 Unlike some people, I don't run from them. I just don't. Some people are actually scared of them. I'm not scared of them. It's just sometimes I get sick of hearing it. I get more like sick of them instead of scared of them. The more they do, the madder and sicker they get me of them. You know what I'm saying? That's my response. Some people's response is, I better go hide. They're going to get me. They're going to get you anyway. That was what the tale with the I wasn't a communist, so I didn't stand up for the communist. I wasn't a Jew, so I didn't stand up for the Jew. I wasn't a Christian, so I didn't stand up for the Christians. And now no one's left to stand